Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Stories, The Path of Destinies. I am BMK1985, you can call me B, you can call me Brandon, you can call me whatever you want. We are continuing where we left off. So we left off doing a Lapino story, and we got the second one right here, the endless moment. Lapino kills us after Zenobia tries and tells us that she was not the person that told her father. We unlocked the truth finder that would tell us exactly where we needed to go to find this truth and probably finish the game, but we're not going to use that. We are going to build the Sky Ripper.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper.
So we're going to choose things that we haven't chosen through this storyline before,
then this Emperor's horrific sacrifices had brought it back to the surface. Bernardo wasn't exactly sure how to use the legendary weapon. But surely there must be some way to do it without provoking another catastrophe. Had he somehow summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the Earth? It was more than Bernardo could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
So we're going to choose the options that we haven't chosen before. And hopefully we find the truth, and if not, we will just keep on playing. And we're going to split it into 2 episodes again, because I think it just works out better that way. The first 2 chapters usually take a little bit longer
on the island,
than the
Bernardo
last
couldn't help
3
feeling a bit curious. Was Lapino still waiting to be rescued?
Screw Lapino!
No.
Pretty sure I said that last time
He was
too.
probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Bernardo felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Bernardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped
Clearly
it
I
all
still need
worked
more
out.
stamina because I
Sky
cannot
Ripper was a long shot.
endlessly dash.
He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
The PlayStation's been acting weird lately. It's got my controllers doing weird stuff, it's got my headset doing weird stuff. I don't know what's going on with it.
Where was a workbench when you needed one?
Right, here.
Never mind.
So we got a treasure hunter level 3. Increases rare treasure by 3%. Not too worried about that, because we seem to be doing fine with finding all the gems. Would be cool to find all of the gems. Come on. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, my controller drifts, and I'm not going where I should be going.
Bernardo wondered if his future self had commissioned these poles.
I don't know what's going on here. One of these? No. Maybe if I close. No, we don't want to close you. Oh yeah, that seems to have helped. Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just spinning in circles, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be okay. See? You kind of need precise control to play this game. Let me try turning off my controller and turning it back on. Where are we at? Here we go. Turn it back on. I don't think it's my controllers that are doing something. I think it's the software that is being weird. Tell you one thing, it is frustrating, especially when you're playing this game or Overwatch. Makes it very, very difficult. Oh, open the door! Open the door quickly!
Behind?
There we go.
Door number 2.
Door number 2. Yeah, this is definitely not door number 1. Oh, sweet, enemies are behind it. I think that we're doing okay so far. Obviously we're not doing okay in combat, but we are doing okay with the controls. That's what I'm really worried about at this point.
That had been his mistake before. Thinking he could win a battle of wills with an ancient evil all by himself. He had to be cleverer than that.
Here we go.
Or braver. Or something.
The truth behind the Sky Ripper is shrouded in a thick fog. The most believable tale is that the Transcendent Emperor has used the Sky Ripper to banish Iblis. Then the TE, Transcendent Emperor, buried the weapon and vanished. Was it a self-imposed exile to rid the world of its last divine presence, or was it the price to pay for using such a tremendous power? Could the Sky Ripper and Iblis have a deeper connection than just a weapon and its victim? My rituals will summon back the Iblis Stone, perhaps. I should worry that they will also cause the Sky Ripper to resurface. If that is the case, I should spare no resources to find it. A weapon that can banish a god is an invaluable bargaining chip should the old ones decide to double-cross me. It is in their nature to try, but gods are predictable and I can rely on that to always be one step ahead. Emperor Isengrim III, Secret Journal.
Ice walls only let you through if they knew you were cool.
The ice wall thinks I'm cool, ladies and gentlemen. Little does it know that I'm really not that cool. Really? Yeah. Yeah. It started real bad, but it got better. Elemental resist level 3. I think we already had that, but I'm not sure. Guess I'll just go. Oh, what's down here? I have not been here. Really? The entire point of this room was just to get me attacked. Make me use my magic.
Renato hated gogglers, but it freaked him out to cut them.
Why is it freaking me out, man? Oh man. Oh, right as I started to heal.
He thought.
Oh man. That was a mistake. There we go. Kill it. Yeah, heal again.
Ah, a puzzle. Renato loved puzzles. Except when he couldn't figure them out. On the other hand, if there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to keep people away from something good.
Maybe. Or maybe we'll just use this. Notice that if I try and interrupt them all while I fight, then they won't even really try to attack me.
No one could beat Renato at hot potato.
Yeah. Hey, we've almost leveled up again, that's pretty neat. And we got Shield Breaker level 3. What exactly does that do? Make it so I can break them faster? I'm not sure. Looks like I don't have to do the puzzle because I have the fire sword.
There it was. Sky Ripper's armature.
Yeah.
The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers.
So we'll choose whichever one.
The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
My headset keeps doing weird stuff, but hopefully I'm still catching what's going on here.
Renato asked himself why he changed course
If not, let
to
me know.
confront Zenobia. He'd no idea. Sometimes he would just do things, and he could never figure out why he'd done them. Usually, they worked out. After all, he was a hero.
In fact, I'm gonna just try unplugging my headset's USB dongle real quick and see if that solves our problem.
The truth is, though, he wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since
let's see if that fixes
He'd
it.
followed every rumor
Hopefully I
about
haven't
her,
actually
every
lost
scrap
any
of
audio
news.
yet.
Not that he still loved her. After all, she was his enemy. No, it was solely because know your enemy. But it would be great to see her. Even if they faced off across sword points, as they'd done so many times at school. The world
We've
was a
done it
less
before.
interesting place without her.
Pretty sure that this is the place we were at before, and we did the
and there was
green
no
door
one to put
before,
out
so
the
this time we're
fires.
gonna go this way.
If somehow Zenobia survived her
We
father
just did
and
that like
inherited
last
his crown,
episode.
what sort of empire
Oh
would
wait,
she
no,
be
that
heir
green
to?
door was just treasure.
But he couldn't think about that, could he?
And I can't go back. So, what you got to say? Oh well. Oh man, so close to the next level. And this is to tell us all about what? Oh, we can upgrade a sword. We can do either one. One does attack speed, one does freezing, and we don't really use either.
Wow.
So we'll just do this one.
The sword felt even colder.
I did do the fire way just a moment ago. So we'll go this way this time. I remember this because I like literally just played it. I'm recording a bunch of episodes at once. Makes it a lot easier for me to get other things done. As well as try and put out regular content.
Had it been closed before?
Critical level 2, don't think we had that before. Let's jump down this way. Turn around. I remember being here before.
Well, the eyes have had it.
I don't like these eyeball things at all. So I'm not even gonna try and sneak around them.
Sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core? Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous. These streets were familiar. The Swordfu School was closed now, but he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that pub. He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well. No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
Yeah, we got the level, and there's a thing right here. Oh, we can't get to it. Oh, that's just great. And here we have...
Renato slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up on her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek. How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She vanished. And he suddenly noticed he couldn't move except his mouth. In fact, soon he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He told Zenobia everything. Sky River, the Illstone, even where the secret rebel base was, until he was hoarse. It was some kind of truth spell. A talky truth spell. She called her father by Farspeaker Toad and filled His Majesty in.
Man.
But why didn't he get the core? Croaked the Farspeaker in something like His Majesty's croak. Because I missed you, darling. Renato grinned. He doesn't even know why, frowned Zenobia. That makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor. I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators.
This is different.
If Renato came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
I haven't done either of these before. Let's try and go ahead.
What are you doing? Asked Zenobia. Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? He asked her. She shook her head. He told her. His Majesty wanted to bring the lost gods back. They could make him an eater of souls, an immortal. But to seal his bargain with them, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him. She was stunned. Furious. You're lying. Under a truth spell? It's a trick. You can't prove that. Take me to the observatory, and I will.
This is a good spot to stop this one. Thank you everyone for watching. Like, comment, subscribe for more content just like this. And have a great day. Later.